自学中心的助理，我叫 Joe。那今天要为你们介绍的是我们的 EU Workshop。那 EU Workshop 的全名叫做 English in Use Workshop。好，那这些课程主要是在我们即使你刷卡进去之后，它在出口的右手边，对，它出口右手边有一排大玻璃的大透明玻璃的教室。那边我们可以这边看到有很多不同的主题，那有什么职场英文啊、新闻英文、旅游英文，还有检定考试之类。那我们总共有7大的主题。那只要同学对任何主题有兴趣，我们都可以往下看。因为现在已经是变成我们第2期的课程了，所以同学都可以点进去看课程内容，看看老师上课的东西是不是符合同学想要的。那如果是同学想要的话，就可以点进去做报名的动作。那在报名的它上面就会写上课时间。那在上课时间到教室里面报到，然后就可以跟老师上课。那如果同学没有办法的话，也千万不要占着名额，因为可能有很多同学想要参加。对，所以如果有报名的同学，请务必准时要到。好，那这是今天的宣传。那接下来让我们欢迎我们的主持人 Andrew。
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you, Joe, so much for talking about the English in Use workshops. I myself, I teach 2 of the workshops, and on Tuesday afternoons between 4:40 and 6:30. I teach the magical world of Harry Potter. Just yesterday we talked about the Order of the Phoenix, and we started talking about the Half-Blood Prince. And so there are still 3 weeks left. You are most welcome to come. Even if you can't sign up, we welcome you to come. As long as there is space in the classroom, you are most welcome to stay and to earn self-learning points. The other EU workshop that I help teach is the live broadcast for the library. And in the following few weeks, we will be talking about 2 musical films. We'll be talking about Dreamgirls and La La Land, both Christmas films separated by a decade. We'll also have 1 session on Christmas songs that I like very much. And so, if you are interested in these topics, not just these topics but the others, please do join us in the EU workshops. Okay, so, and the broadcast is on Saturday afternoons. Today we will be talking about introducing Taiwan to the world in English. And as you can see today, it's just me, there's no guest. So today I will try my best to interact with you all more. So you all can get some chances to talk in English, to think in English, to write in English. And this is a topic that I think really creates a special kind of intersection, a special kind of commonality of geography and connections with other people. In the past few weeks, we've talked about English and different kinds of fields or different kinds of uses, like in science, in social science, in information science. We've also talked about English and service learning and media, multimedia. Today we will be talking about English and travel and geography, particularly Taiwan. So this is just a model. When you think about introducing a country or a place, what are some questions you can ask? And what are some things to think about, some responses to give? It's very common now to meet people who are tourists here in Taiwan. Taiwan has many, many tourists. And so it's very common to give recommendations or give directions. It's also very common for us now to travel abroad, and when you want to answer questions about where Taiwan is and some interesting facts about Taiwan, what can you say in English? Okay, so are there people watching? There are 5 people. So students, today there will be a series of questions. I've listed 10. You can choose. You don't have to answer all of them. But hopefully this will be an easy way for us to interact and for us to think about Taiwan and for you to earn some self-learning points. Okay, big question. So where is Taiwan? People ask us, so Taiwan, where is it? I think that's a very good question. Where is Taiwan? So students, type your answer in the comment box below, and I will ask our wonderful crew to tell me your answers. So where is Taiwan? People ask us, okay, I'm from Taiwan. Where is that? What is your answer? I'll give you a few seconds. I'm just going to stand here and smile. Sit here and smile. Where is Taiwan? I think it's a boring question, but I still think some people don't know. I've traveled to the United States and Europe, and some people just don't know. They don't know where it is, or they think we're Thailand. And I have to explain to them that Taiwan is not the same as Thailand. So this is a good place to start. People ask you, where is that? So any responses? Not yet. Okay.
Somewhere near China.
Somewhere near China. Excellent. That is a good answer. Who answered that question?
Liu Zhaoqing.
Zhaoqing. Oh, Zhaoqing, thank you so much for you're very constant viewer, I know. Hopefully we can meet someday, maybe. But yes, Taiwan is somewhere near China. That's not good enough. I think that's fine. That's a good answer. But a little bit more. Where in China? Where close to China? Where? What is the geographic relationship between China and Taiwan? Any more responses? No? Okay. What are some countries that are nearby, that are close to Taiwan? What are some other countries that are close to Taiwan that we can think about, that we can mention, because that are more famous maybe than Taiwan in the international consciousness, international community? Okay, so near China, somewhere near China is a good answer. I would answer that Taiwan is an island state, or you can say that Taiwan is off the east coast of China. I think that's a good answer. Off the east coast of southeast China, actually. So we're an island off the east coast of southeast China. So what other countries are close to Taiwan? Students? Any responses?
Zhaoqing.
Zhaoqing, yes, thank you, Zhaoqing.
Beneath Japan.
Beneath Japan, very good. Beneath Japan. And that's according to a map that we are familiar with, right? We use a map that is that points north, right? That upper is north and lower is south. To the right-hand side, east, and to the left-hand side, west. But the best way to answer is that it is south of Japan. It is south of Japan. So now we have two sentences, right? Taiwan is an island off the east coast of China to the south of Japan. And that's better. I think that's a pretty good answer. Yeah. One more sentence. Let's have three sentences to this question, and then we can move on. So near China, very good. South of Japan. And what else is close to Taiwan? Are there still people watching? 7 people watching now. Okay, wonderful. Let's see if we can get double digits today. Okay, 7 people are watching. So thank you, 7 people. What other country is close to Taiwan? Everyone? We've talked about what's to the north, right? What about to the south? No one wants to answer? Okay, that's fine. I'll tell you. Taiwan is north of the Philippines. North of the Philippines. Did anyone say that?
Yes.
Someone said that. Who said that?
Lin Zhiwei.
Zhiwei. Oh, thank you so much, Zhiwei, for contributing. Excellent. So we have Taiwan as a nation state. It is off the east coast of southeast China. It is to the south of Japan and to the north of the Philippines. Okay? And that is a very good answer. People ask you, people usually know where the Philippines are. They usually know where Japan is. Okay? If they don't know, that's less likely. I think that's less likely. And it's close to mainland China. Yeah, to mainland China. And you can say a few things. You can say that we are separated by the Taiwan Strait. You can say that we are on the west side. of the Pacific Ocean. That's also a correct answer, but there are different ways of putting it. So let's move on to the next question. So what are some geographical facts about Taiwan? So not just where it is geographically, what is special about Taiwan as an island? So let me tell you one thing. For instance, we are a small island. Okay, we're not Australia. Is Australia an island? We're not Iceland. Okay, we are a small island, somewhere around 36,000 square kilometers. Okay, 38, 36. Well, anyway, it's 30-something thousand square kilometers. Not very big. Yeah. Anyone else want to contribute some geographical facts about Taiwan? I'll give you another. Taiwan is famous for its mountains. Okay, we have a lot of mountain area, fast and short rivers too. Okay, but some other geographical facts. But how many people live in Taiwan? By the way, that's a social geographical fact. How many people live in Taiwan? Anyone? You can Google it. This is not a trivia question or a trick question. People actually ask me this. So how big is Taiwan? And how many people live there? People actually ask this. Particularly people in Europe have asked me this a lot. Because they're trying to think about Taiwan as a nation. These are the questions that come to mind. I've been asked this many times. So, what are some special, interesting geographical facts about Taiwan?
刘昭请 answer.
赵请, thank you again. Yes.
2 million.
2 million? What did she say? What did she say? Is it a complete number? That's right. She said 2 million in English. Zhao Qin, is that what she said?
In numbers.
or is it? So she gave a long number.
Yeah.
She gave a long number. Okay. I believe the correct answer is 23, almost 24 million.
Yeah. She said 23 million.
23 million.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is correct. Okay, thank you very much. Exactly. That is what I have learned. 2300万对台湾同胞. Yeah. So 23 to 24 million people, and that is actually a lot. Actually, that is a lot. For such a small island, we are very, very populated. Yes, we have big cities. Some other geographical facts about our cities. So there are big cities, mostly to the west, in the west coast and the north. So we are more developed on the west side than on the east side. And you can talk now, if you are in a conversation, you might mention where you come from, your hometown or where you're living in now. So I grew up in Tainan, which is west coast in the south, not the absolute south, but west coast in the south. Now we live, where this broadcast takes place is in the north, right, in New Taipei City. So Taiwan is famous also for its urban scenes, big cities. Taipei, which means, in some way it means North Taipei, North Taiwan, yeah, North Taiwan, Northern Taiwan, and New Taipei City, Kaohsiung City in the south, Tainan City in the south, Taichung Central Taiwan. So you can talk about this sort of thing. There are big cities, and you can also talk about national parks that we have, and the mountains and the rivers. Interesting geographical facts. Let's ask one more. So let's ask for one more. So one more interesting thing about the geography in Taiwan. Something that everybody mentions, I think. At least my father always mentions when he introduces Taiwan. What is Taiwan famous for geographically? Not its food, right? That comes later.
No, Zhao Qin.
Zhao Qin, yes?
Answer, Taiwan is in tropical climate zone.
Excellent. Taiwan is tropical. Therefore, we have typhoons. Well, not exactly, but we're famous for this very hot, humid weather. And in the summertime and beyond, there are typhoons. So Taiwan, I would say, is famous for typhoons and earthquakes. We are prone to natural disasters. So people who come to Taiwan, sometimes they want to experience an earthquake, yeah, or experience a typhoon. Not that that's wonderful, but it's just a geographical fact about Taiwan, worth mentioning. Very good. Okay, so that's 2 questions. We've talked a lot, right? So you can think about people asking you where Taiwan is, and what's interesting about it. You have some things to say now. You have at least 5 or 6 facts to talk about now. Okay. who lives in Taiwan? What are the people like? What kind of people or peoples live in Taiwan? Are we a diverse place, or are we in general quite similar, quite homogenic? Yeah. So, who lives in Taiwan? You can Google it. You can ask. Are there still people watching?
Yeah.
7 people. Okay, still 7 people. Wonderful. So the 7 people, students, who lives in Taiwan? And please don't say, men and women and children. That's a good answer, but that's not what the question means. The question is, what kind of people live in Taiwan? Okay, is there a response?
Yeah, Liu Zhaoqing.
Liu Zhaoqing, yes, Zhaoqing.
She answered, kind and warm-hearted people.
Wonderful. That is a good answer. Kind and warm-hearted people, such as yourself, I'm sure, and such as the people in this room. Exactly, yeah. But I think the question is, what kind of race? What kind of, yeah. Okay, the answer that I was looking for is actually we are Han people mostly. The Taiwanese population, over 95% are Han. And there are, of course, Aboriginal tribes. So there are native Taiwanese, who use languages that are different from the mainland Chinese, the languages from China, Sino-Tibetan languages. They use Austronesian languages. Okay, so that's something to remember, that we actually, many of us are descendants of people from mainland China. Okay, we come from this strand, but there are also others. We are not as diverse as, for instance, places like in the United States or Europe in general. We are not that diverse as a society. We are still quite homogenic. Yeah, we are similar. And yes, we are kind and warm-hearted most of the time, I think, to most people. Good. All right, next question. So, what language is used in Taiwan? What language do you speak? This comes up very often, and people don't always know. They assume that we speak Thai. So, do you speak Thai in Taiwan? I've heard this question many times in my life. So do you speak Thai? I speak Taiwanese. I tell them this, but that's different from Thai because we're not Thailand. Yeah. But so, what language is used in Taiwan? This should have an interesting result. It's an easy question, but a little bit difficult to answer satisfactorily. So, any response? Su Ziyun, thank you Ziyun for watching.
Taiwanese.
Taiwanese, exactly, yes. We speak Taiwanese. But is that the official language? Is that the lingua franca? Is that the official language? I don't think so. I think the official language we use in Taiwan remains, because of policy and the people, it is what?
Mandarin.
Mandarin, yes, Mandarin Chinese. So that is important to remember, students. Something you have to really remember, which is in languages, if you just say Chinese, it is assumed that it is Mandarin Chinese. People ask you, do you speak Chinese? They refer to Mandarin Chinese. But officially, different dialects, Taiwanese, Hakka, Shanghai languajes, etc. These are all considered, Chinese in the large sense. You have to say that we speak Mandarin. What we speak, 普通话, 我们国语, it's called Mandarin. So some people ask you, what kind of Chinese do you speak? You have to know that the answer is Mandarin. We use Mandarin. Yeah. Saying Chinese sometimes doesn't work. They'll ask you what kind. This happens a lot in Europe. I've been in Europe and people ask me, so what do you speak? Chinese? So what type? What kind of Chinese? The answer is Mandarin Chinese. Okay, that is a good answer. Now, what other languages are used in apart from Chinese? What language are we using now? Yeah, I think English is a very common language in Taiwan. Most of our signs have Chinese and English. It's not an official language, but it is used often. I think for many reasons, we use a lot of English. Okay, something to remember is that the Aboriginal languages, 我们在这个原住民啊，台湾原住民 the languages they use are called the Austronesian languages, 南岛语系 Austronesian. I think that's something good to know. People ask you, are there Aboriginals there? I said, yes, there are. To which group do they belong? They don't come from the mainland. They are from this side, okay, the other side, yeah, Austronesian languages. Yeah, so I think that's good to know. Yeah, Formosan, Indonesian, yes, Austronesian, good. That's 4 questions now already. How many people are watching? Are there still people?
9.
9. Oh, wow, there are more people watching now. I think see, this is a good format, asking you questions for you to answer, okay? So hopefully this is not too boring for some of you, but I think it's good, okay? So, next question. What is Taiwan famous for? What immediately comes to mind when people think of Taiwan? What is Taiwan famous for? Come on, students, you should know this. What is Taiwan famous for? I'll wait. Obviously, Taiwan is famous for Fudan Catholic University, right? The only university in Taiwan that is sanctioned directly by the Holy See, the Vatican. Yeah, we're very famous for that. Yeah.
Liu Zhaoqing.
Zhaoqing, yes. What did she say?
Taiwan is famous for its food.
Yes, exact. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Taiwan. I'm just kidding. Taiwan is very famous for cuisine. This is very true. This is not to say. Maybe some people say, that's not very interesting, right? Because everywhere you go, there are different things to eat. But actually, there are places in the world that are not famous for their food. For instance, England is not famous for their food.
It's kind of famous, not notorious.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, it's notorious. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Iris. Yeah, but Taiwan is famous for how well we produce our local food, but Britain or England is notoriously famous for how bad their local food is. The best things to eat in England don't come from England, right? They come from places like India. Yeah, so you can have great Indian food in England. Anyway. So Taiwan is famous for cuisine. I think that's a very clear example. So let's list 10 food items. 10 food items that are famous in Taiwan that you would recommend to tourists or you would miss if you are no longer in Taiwan. Let's list 10 together.
Some students answer the previous question.
Yes, previous question?
Yeah, they say
yes.
Taiwan is Yvonne Lin and Huang Yuanhe. Say
Yvonne Lin, Huang Yuanhe. Thank you for watching.
Taiwan is famous for Taipei 101.
For Taipei 101, very good. That's also true. Taipei 101 for a few years was the world's tallest building, right? And it's still very impressive to look at. Yes, Taipei 101. People mention this building as an icon of Taipei and Taiwan as well. Very good, yes. And in Taipei 101, you can eat some delicious food. So,
yeah.
we have to keep on this topic, yes. But thank you, that's correct answer. Yes. So, 10 food items. Are there any food items?
The answers, bubble tea.
Bubble tea, yes, of course. 这叫什么？国民饮料吗？ Yeah, bubble tea, 泡沫 bubble. This is interesting. So when I was younger, I used to think that the bubbles referred to the pearls because they are similar shape. But no, the bubbles refer to things you get when you shake them. Yeah. So how do you talk about the pearls that you drink inside the bubble tea? Okay, anyway, I'll tell you. They're called pearls. There are different kinds of pearls. And people ask, what are the pearls? 这个珍珠是什么? You can big and small. They're tapioca, I understand. They're a little bit close to tapioca. but what do they taste like? Foreign friends of mine have told me that they taste like gummy bears. That they taste like gummy bears. A word in German that I learned very quickly is Gummibärchen. Yeah, and I thought, oh, what did you say? Gummibärchen. So little gummy bears? Yeah, that's right, yeah. So I think that's a good analogy. Yeah, I think that people ask me, what does it taste like? Maybe you think I'm crazy, but if you tell them they taste like gummy bears, the foreigners are more willing to try it. I think because it doesn't look so strange. Because they think it looks like eyeballs or something. Yeah, I said, no, they're like gummy bears. And so they appreciate it. Very good. So bubble tea, pearl milk tea. Tea drinks are very famous in Taiwan. So tea in general is one. Okay. What are some others?
Some Guishen.
Guishen. Thank you for watching.
She say Taiwan is famous for varieties of fruit.
Fruits, very good. Taiwan is famous for fruits. In Europe, I wanted to buy a mango, and when I got the mango, I thought I could kill someone with it. Because it was so hard, you know, so it was like a rock. But no, in Taiwan we have some great mangoes. Yes, we have all kinds of wonderful fruits. And this is really true. I mean, let me introduce you to some ways of saying some uncommon fruits. So this is, how do you say bala in English? Bala is
Guava.
It's guava. It's very good. Guava. Have you ever used that word? I don't think we've ever used that word. It's not part of the word we learn. Guavas, yes. How about 莲雾? 莲雾. Yeah.
Wax apple.
That is correct. Wax apples. That's right. Wax apples. Exactly. Yes. Wax apples. How about let's see. How about 荔枝? 荔枝. 荔枝. Yeah. 荔枝. Lychee, yeah, exactly. It comes from, it's a borrowed word actually. It's a borrowed word. Yeah, lychee. Yeah. I think it sounds strange in English, but yes, that's what we call them. Yeah. What are some other fruits that are famous in Taiwan?
梨子。
梨子，是不是？梨子。
上将梨。
Yeah, so pears, right? So pears, but the big kind, not the Western type pears, right? You know, so 说那身材像梨的时候，不是指那个，是指另外那种西洋。Anyway, it's not. Yeah, that's not the point. So, so everyone think about food items that are famous in Taiwan. We will take a break, and when we come back, we will continue to talk about some food items in Taiwan, apart from the teas and the fruits. Let's take a short break. Thank you all for watching. We'll be right back.